Magnus is finally appointed up here in the north. It took him about 5 turns to get up there, but guess what now, Magnus sir? We can start printing settlers again, and there's still only 950 faith. So we can do another one next turn, and we'll just start filling west.
Access is by a single bridge.
It's Angkor Wat. One population in all cities in the world, man, and one housing. That is great. When you've got 20 cities or 30 cities or 40 cities, like it adds up a lot. And it's going to open a lot more district. Oh, and there's Taj Mahal too on the same turn. I get historic era score. I just built it for the tourism. Crazy. I'm building all these wonders I'm not even meant to. Government unlocked, and here we go. We can go purchase a faith. Now if I was still building wonders, I kind of am. It's really good to have this, but 15% discount on faith purchases is so powerful, especially when we're building naturalists now. So we're gonna lose a little bit on, actually let's use the actual, oh here's a smart forehead play. Let's use the other charge of Filippo here to get as much out of that as we can. So we went from 21 turns down to, I know you guys can't see that, I'm sorry, I can't see it either. Down to 6 turns. We lost 15 turns on that one charge, and then we go to the government and say, okay, let's change the government to theocracy. We get more era score. And we get some more policies. As far as military, there's not a whole lot on the military side that I'm really concerned about at the moment. Unit maintenance is probably going to save me the most money. Here on the economic side, the JCC bonuses there is helpful but not necessary. Let's try simultaneum at the same time as Holy Scripture and try to see how much. I don't have a whole lot of cities with 15 pop. But the extra buildings I have should give me a little bit of faith. So was that really worth changing for? Maybe, maybe not. But from 600 faith to 792 faith, I guess it's worth it. Now when we go in here and look at settlers, the settlers were costing about 1,000 faith. And now a settler costs back down to 800 faith. So it's basically given me 3 or 4 extra settlers. But the big thing is naturalist. I can go in here to any city that I want and get a naturalist. So let's do that. And the crazy thing about national parks is they give era score. It doesn't make it doesn't make sense. Oh, why? Another thing, why have I got all these builders lying around? Well, if I go to the lens for appeal, Tundra usually has pretty good appeal, and I haven't been making anything. I haven't been making mines, I haven't been making forests. So things like mines give negative amenities, or a negative appeal. You can see there like that rice tile gives a negative, the floodplains and stuff like that. So these builders, I can now go, let's go here and I can make a forest. And forests add appeal. So now I go into the appeal map. When these tiles become breathtaking, the national parks give more amenities. The thing is though, is you can't actually you can't edit a national park after it's been created. So I can't add a forest to a national park. I have to put the forest down first. But now when I go into Moscow, because you can see the little symbol, it's in negative amenities, and I can build a naturalist. And next turn, I'll make a national park and make that city happy. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Look at all the apostles coming. Now they're probably coming for Brussels. They're probably not coming for me. Yeah, I've got apostles sitting around. Basically, once these cities have made their districts, I don't need work ethic anymore. I can lose a religion. It doesn't matter. The whole point of it was just the first little bit. So here, I don't know that we need a whole lot. Let's just pick whatever wonder we can pick. St. Basil's Cathedral, plus 100% religious tourism from this city. And yeah. Might not build it with that city just because the production is not very good. It's only 33 production. But things are gonna go pretty quick here now. We have made 2 different districts. Now the idea is, do I do campuses that I don't really need, or do I do things like commercial hubs and entertainment squares? Let's just go with a commercial hub. I'm just trying to think about where national parks are gonna go. It would be nice to have that +3, but yeah, it's gonna be a pain for the national parks. But let's put the 3 down. Ooh, make sure I'm on the right tile. Kazan has made a trader. A lot of these cities have actually finished something in the last couple turns. So let's just keep doing things. I wish, yeah, no, I'm talking in circles. Let's just keep doing holy site prayers. The only thing that matters right now is faith. We've made a settler up here last turn. I could stand to pull a settler out of here actually because I'm past the population limit. So let's just start using settlers out of here just to get the pop down. I'm pretty sure we're on city number 20, but here's a bad city number 21. And let's give them a fighting chance, and we'll send Hercules down to them to try to make their city, because this is a really bad city. Don't get me wrong, like it's half a city over the ocean starting on snow. Not very good. We'll transfer back here again because not only was that city 21, but here's city number 22, because why not? So we went from 10 cities on turn 100 to 22 by turn 141. We can go back in here. There's another settler on the way over there. We'll put one here. We can go in here and make another settler because they're pretty cheap at the moment. Could stand to just buy a settler from here. Nah, let's not go crazy. Another great person, another great writer. Again, I'm earning these people because of all the lavras that I have. I've got basically 20 lavras, and they're all recruiting artists and great people, which is leading to my tourist victory. And all these builders that I'm getting from the Ancestral Hall are all giving me 6 charge builders. I need to get the religion spread quicker, though, is a problem. Here with these builders, let's just start putting down forest everywhere. Every time I get a builder, let's start making forest, and I can backfill in with national parks. Here, there's gonna be a city there. I don't really want to throw one way up there in the snow. Yeah, why not? Just take up space. Here, we'll send these great people around somewhere, I guess. Shakespeare, do you have any spaces left here anywhere? I think I'm already at a spot, so I need to make more theater squares here somewhere. So let's just park him here for a minute. Great work. We can throw some in here. I know you could transfer them around, but realistically, I'm not too worried. Build some more national park over here or a national park there. So here I would probably want to make a national park in these 4 squares. Now let's just make a park there. Anansi, they finally moved off the salt. Thank you, buddy. Anansi's gone. Yes, so we can rebuy Anansi next turn actually and send him back over to Spain to get more of his stuff. How are we doing? We went from 16 tourists to 24 tourists. So, yeah. But strangely enough, Vietnam is they're the cultural leader at the moment. Very strange. It feels like the rest of the AI is kind of on to what I'm doing and nervous about it. We could actually build city number 22, maybe? I'm gonna have to go back and like count. I have no idea. No idea. All these builders I've got lying around, making forest. I think my last turn took me like 35 minutes. And there's still a bunch of builders that are sleeping that I need to wake up and build forests. It's pretty crazy. I didn't think I realized quite how much work this was going to take to put forest on all these blocks, but it's going to pay off. All these blocks are going to have perfect appeal. And if we ever get to the point where we have steel and I can make Eiffel Tower as well, ooh, it's going to be pretty nuts. Hercules in the new city. We'll go here. It's got 30 turn lava, which is basically why you need Hercules 4 to get these really bad cities up really quick. Here is our first national park. You can see our era score is 184. So we build the national park. Era score, we gained 5 era score. And every city is getting happy around us. Casa de Concentration is on. 3 governor promotions. It doesn't matter. 15% faith and goal. It's all stuff's all good, but all I really wanted is the tourism from it. People can have them. Another city. I'll have to count after. I've got no idea how many this is. This is just nuts. And we get Hermitage. That's awesome. More places to put great works. In between turns, I was actually able to send a lot of my Diplo favor to Congo and get another one of his epics away, which should eat away a little bit from his culture pull. Which, let's go take a look here at the end of the turn and see what the culture victory conditions look like. Actually, we can do that right now. Let's go here to culture. We're up to 30 per turn, and Congo is up to 10 altogether. So we're still not beating Vietnam on like the tourist win or the culture win, which is strange because she has no real districts. And another city, 24-ish, 25-ish, something like that. I don't know anymore. We're still getting like Russian names, so we're not past that list yet. Here, like for example, there's a camp, there's a deer tile. I'm getting rid of them. I'm just deleting them, getting that little bit of production, getting rid of any marsh tiles, getting rid of food tiles, and replacing everything with woods. So let's go here to the city of 1 population that we settled like 2 turns ago, and let's give it a naturalist. Hermitage, I can't believe I get Hermitage done in turn 146 with no science. Crazy. Do we have any other we could kill? Well, let's get kill. Why not? We're clearly over 201 era score. We're at 207 now, so another golden age. And it'll be golden ages straight through to the end of the game. We've pretty well covered every square I can cover with forests. Surprisingly enough, I think that big push at the end of the last era was enough builder production to cover all the squares I need to change. Anansi's back in business, and I haven't changed the cues yet on the culture. Like we're still going for computers, and we're still going for the other religion or the other science. So I'm just gonna keep eating stuff, man. I'm gonna keep eating. I've got a salt there, an orange, a couple more. Yeah, there's tons of stuff for me to eat. The computer AI is really trying to convert my religion. I honestly don't care anymore about the religion. Another national park. It's the 3rd one, and we're still getting 4 era score per national park. It's pretty crazy. It feels like that should be adjusted. It feels like 4 per is a bit unrealistic. Because even if you get 5 for the first one, you should maybe get 1 for the corresponding next ones. Another great person, a great artist. I was going to end up buying him with Faith, but we're getting so many points per turn that, yeah, I'm getting like a quarter of an artist each turn. Moscow has finally made a market. Again, these cities aren't growing very fast. They're quite slow. But they've already reached the level of what I really need them to get to. Cultural heritage is another 3 air score. We're gonna blow past this again. Craziness. As policies go, it unlocked plus tourism. So we're not making builders at the moment. So let's just drop that in there for the giggles, and see if that makes a big difference to the way it calculates who's gonna win. More stuff. How is the old science working out? Scientific theory next in 2 turns. And we are still 7 away from computers is 15. We're still a good 30 turns away from that. And that's probably going to, like, the second we turn over computers is probably the end of the game for us. It's probably when we win. It's actually an interesting question. Should you buy the great people for boosts or just use the faith to buy naturalists? Very interesting. I don't know the answer to that. Oh, city number 24. Assuming all my my alliances have stopped. So let's actually send 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 at the end of the last episode. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 25 cities. A Nazi is ready to eat some more. Yum, yum, yum. Again, the sciences are getting harder and harder to get through because they're worth more and more and more. But I've got 4 more charges of a Nazi. I don't think that's going to get me 2 computers, but it's going to push me closer and closer and closer. 152, and we've got another national park here. I think that's the 5th one now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only the 5th one. The Canada playthrough, you end up with a lot more because the Mounties give you 2 charges. Now I can start spreading these cities out a lot more now. We're pretty well at the end of settling. Like, I can only settle so many more cities and have them still productive before the game ends. Here, there is tons of places to put national parks around in the capital. Let's first settle one around... Yes, right here. Very good. Gotta keep the capital happy. This newer city over here by the volcano, I get rid of all the farms around the volcano so I can make a national park. So the city has no growth, but it is what it is. Anansi eats again. We're so close to we're so close to flight. Civil engineering. I believe that gives us our ability to make the Eiffel Tower. We can actually put Gothic architecture and skyscrapers in at the same time. That is pretty nuts. I didn't know you could do that. I'm not sure what era the skyscraper or the Eiffel Tower is in though. In the meantime, we've actually finished Pingala the whole way. We've got all the governors in place. So from now on, it's just a matter of picking out what we might need. I don't think much of the rest of it matters, to be honest with you. Another city, I think this is 27. And that kind of beaten Spain to the point, and we're just outside of their range, so it's going to make them a little mad. But at the end, I really don't care. There's not much they can do about it now. I want to say this might be City 27-ish. We're quickly running out of spaces. I was thinking about sending Magnus around to another city, but if we settle here-ish, we could probably put another one up in their range, but I'm not going to be able to hold loyalty if I go over here, and Jadwig's actually gone quite a bit north. So there's still a little bit of space up here we could go. So we might be able to point Magnus over here to the Mount Everest city, I guess. But we'll leave him here. We'll make like 2 more settlers, and that will be it. Maybe we could actually go down south again, like we planned on. Here, I don't know if it matters really what tile I land on. Let's just go there. And Nazi is ready to eat. He's hungry. He's hungry dude. Eat again. And I think that's his last charge for this era. And that puts us up into another flight. We could actually get aerodromes with 1 campus on turn 156. All because of a Nazi, really. Here we finally made a spy, and the spy is going to have to only go to Spain because that's the only city I'm not actually aligned with. So unfortunately, he's getting the brunt of all of this. Do we have any victory conditions here going on? We're up to 48 tourists per turn, and Congo's down to, they've only gained 1 since we've gained 12 or so. So we are gaining. I think this is just a matter of if we can get the computer tech or anything like that, we're really going to pull away. St. Basil's Cathedral, 100% religious tourism from the city, plus food, plus production, plus culture, and all tundra tiles. That's really good. That's really, really good. And I love it because it's a Russian build in the Russian city. And it's really going to help the tourism turn over. We're getting like 5 tourists a turn. That's going pretty quick. But the one thing that's really struck me is take a look at all this nonsense. All these apostles coming at me. And I've actually got space in all of my cities for relics, and I've got the martyr ability on all my apostles. So another thing we're going to do here really quick is start junking out a whole bunch of apostles just to let them go die. I'm not worried about spreading religion here. Oh, the other thing is the era score. The era just announced that it's going to turn over in 9 turns. So originally I thought about going to about turn 200, but unfortunately the turns took so long with the builder. Like I spent 4 hours with builders, and I might be just about done what I can do. We're gonna just send some apostles out here though before the era ends. This, like I said, the settler is about done. We'll get the settler. Magnus is appointed over here. We'll get a couple more cities in, and that's pretty much all we need for cities. I mean, we're gonna be at 30 cities. I bought a couple squares up here so that I could make a park. Bam, just like that. New city up here. We don't even need to worry about getting forced on all the squares because it's already, the appeal's already good enough. Oh, you guys will have to remind me. I think that's 28 maybe. I don't know. I don't know, it's too many. Art Museum, I really need the next upgrade to the theater square. So let's take a quick look at that for the next era. I need to upgrade. I need to upgrade to, and I'll have to go find it. I don't know where it is in the tech tree. I need to upgrade the broadcast centers. I'm pretty sure it's back before this here, so I'll have to double check off camera. Here is a huge tech for us. We get broadcast centers. Huge, 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 huge. We're going to be able to really escalate here now. Really escalate. I really didn't even care to get this spy. I just kind of got him to do something. The the apostles are really starting to kick some butt, or actually get killed or nuked while they're out running around. So we're getting a bunch of stuff. We're up to 102 culture, 30 faith, 36 science, and 216 tourism just from great works. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But now any place that has a theater square, we can now go and get broadcast centers. Nothing else really matters. Like a commercial hub would be nice to get in a turn, but I'm going to stop and get a broadcast center in all the cities. We are very close to the turnover. One more turn. So we'll go to one more turn and look at the dedications before the end of the episode. I was planning on going to turn 200, but like I said, this is taking a long time. We just have to get through this really quick. We'll go broadcast center in every place we can get them. We have religions running amok in all of our cities right now. But that's fine. We're going to do a big wave of apostles here really quick and get them all kind of kicked out. In our northern cities, we've kind of lost our home faith, but we could pick up synagogues, which would give us a lot more faith. So I'm actually kind of tempted just to pick them up just for variety. So Magnus is done. We're not going to settle any more cities after what's on the floor right now gets to where they're going. We have to kind of call it done. We can only build so many cities, right? These guys, we're just kind of like dive bombing up to, if we can find apostles somewhere, I'm just running apostles up to them and trying to die. So for example, this apostle's almost ready to die. We'll go fight some random apostle. If we die, we die. It's all the better. I have a settler going here already, so I've got 2 settlers going across towards this little river. Yeah, we're going to come back and settle in here somewhere. Just to kind of fill up all the space. So we'll go to next turn and see what the error shows. Turn 167 is the era changeover as well. We get Kilwa. So we have like every city state that we can right now, we have suzerain of. So our science should skyrocket here. We actually might have more science than culture now, which is pretty crazy. 3 more envoys. But let's look at the dedication. I'm not going to go through the turn. We're just going to look at things and call it the end of the episode. If we go to the dedication, we are in a golden age. Everybody else is in normal or dark. We can do Hicks and Draconis again. I don't think we will. Reformed coinage. For trade routes, heartbeat esteem, probably. We could actually do Hicks and Draconis again. But we have to kind of build settlers by scratch. So to review here now, we are on turn 167. We have 250 or almost 260 science, 370 culture, 1200 culture or faith per turn, only 100 gold per turn, but we have 568 tourists, and we're getting 21 diplo per turn. As far as the rest of the civs, science wise, we are mid to top. Actually, we're only losing science to Vietnam, which is pretty common. Culture wise, we are winning by far, and faith, we're winning by far. As far as the winning screens, we're at 77 tourists out of 176. Very easily ahead. Very, very easily ahead. Hopefully by turn 200, we should have this in hand. Science, we could probably actually win a science right now. If I'd gone towards using a Nazi to get the spaceports, we could use Hercules to make a spaceport right away. So we could actually win. Score-wise, we are skyrocketing past what the AI can handle. So yeah, we have to worry about a religious victory. If Jadwiga comes, we have to make sure that Jadwiga does not take over our cities too bad. So we'll have to fight that back a little bit. In Diplo, there's nobody really going to win the Diplo underneath their nose. So going forward, if I looked at the settler screen, there's a couple places we could throw a couple of cities in and around. But At this time, the most of the map is pretty well taken. We've got a couple of settlers on the floor all ready to go. Going around. There's a couple of settlers here. There's a couple of settlers around. So we'll get to 30 cities, which is more than we need for sure. But next episode should be the end of things, and we'll see how quick we can do this. Like mostly before, I'm usually like a turn 250 to 260 win, so this is already on pace for the best win I've ever had. We'll see what we can do. But thank you guys for stopping by. This is probably another 2-part episode because I can only get 50 clips in per episode. But no, this has been a lot of fun. Super stoked to see how this ends. So thanks for watching, and we will see you next episode.